Welcome to SoleMates with your host, Binksy Lightfoot.
Welcome to SoleMates, the only dating program where a shoe's silhouette matters just as much as her personality. Our next contestant does not wait for company before making plans. She enjoys a little cinema, a little market research, a beautifully appointed fitting room, and an afternoon that ends precisely where she intended it to. She is independent, discerning, and perfectly capable of being both the guest of honor and the entire guest list. Please welcome our next contestant,
Blanche Barkley. Now, our SoleMates.
She's been seen hanging around cigar parlors, outside of hotel bars, and in an unfortunate situationship. Tonight's hopeful romantic is a satin mule known for poor decisions and excellent posture. When asked what she's looking for in a romantic partner, she stated stability, discretion, and a man who understands cobbler maintenance. Soulmate number 1. I'm perfectly comfortable going out alone, but I do expect it to feel special. In the event that it was just the two of us, what kind of experience would you create?
I began our date with cinema. Reclined seats, a little distance from the crowd, and enough room for both us to enjoy the picture properly. Then another rather accomplished pair of feet appeared on screen. Naturally, I arranged for her to notice.
This portion of SoleMates is brought to you by Shimmer Shine from Kevin Murphy, the repairing shine mist for hair that deserves its own spotlight. Its lightweight, light-reflective formula adds brilliant shimmer without oily residue or added weight. Simply shake, spray, and let every turn of the head catch the light. Kevin Murphy Shimmer Shine, because the shoes should not be the only thing sparkling.
After the film, I led her somewhere a little more colorful. We sashayed through Zimmerman, surrounded by floating fabrics, vivid prints, and details that seemed to shift every time she moved past them. I gave her time to browse. Beautiful things should never be rushed. Next stop, Creed. The room was perfumed before anyone lifted a bottle. Beneath me, the marble was cool and unforgiving, but it gave my heel a wonderful, crisp sound. A proper entrance deserves acoustics. She called it market research. I called it knowing my audience. Fragrance lingered in the air while she studied how scent was translated into space, service, and experience. Then I changed the mood and brought her to Tom Ford. Darker lighting, quieter rooms, a little more intimacy. The carpeting was exceptionally plush, deep enough to soften every step and rich enough to make the room feel sealed away from the rest of the world. My heel lost some of its authority, but I had chosen comfort for this portion of the evening. I'm considerate in that way. Then I escorted her into the shoe parlor, a bold choice perhaps, but I wanted her to see the competition. She looked, she considered, I remained unbothered. A secure shoe does not fear a showroom. Besides, none of them had planned the date. At the cigar bar, I allowed her a brief intermission, a touch-up, a glance in the mirror. Every date deserves a second entrance. I made sure dinner came first. Indulgence is far less enjoyable when one is hungry. Then I presented the cigar, carefully selected, patiently lit. No rush, no performance. Just enough ceremony to make the moment feel intentional. I gave her space to settle into the evening. No forced conversation, no competing itinerary, no one asking when she was ready to leave. I had designed the date around the luxury of not being interrupted.
Today's SoleMates is brought to you by Kevin Murphy's Hydrate Me regimen. Wash, condition, and repair dry, thirsty hair for a softer, smoother, healthy-looking finish. Kevin Murphy Hydrate Me, because every memorable entrance begins with beautifully cared-for hair.
A proper soulmate knows when to lead, when to linger, and when to let a woman enjoy the evening I planned for her.
Cinema? Shopping? And a cigar? You understand personal space beautifully. Soulmate number 2. Welcome to SoleMates, the only dating program where a shoe's silhouette matters just as much as her personality.